Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
I'm Gaynor.
We'll start again.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
I'm Gaynor.
I'm Office Bloke Aidan.
Here we have three of us. Big news all over the news channels over here as well. Massive hurricane that's going to bombard the west coast of Florida.
Milton.
Yeah, Hurricane Milton. It's I've been tracking this since it's overnight because it's in the Yucatan
What, you
Peninsula.
stayed up all night?
I watched it through the night. Yeah.
I also seen this morning that they're saying any British people that are on holiday to get out now.
Well, I think they're telling everyone to get out.
Yeah.
Basically, Frank, our friend who's over in Florida as well, was communicating with him yesterday.
It's not even just like isn't it like literally pretty much the majority of Florida?
It's the whole west coast of Florida have been pretty much the whole entire west coast of Florida have been given evacuation notice or under like a flood surge or a. And I guess it's a lot of the time with weather like this, it's not so much the winds that are creating damage. They're obviously adding to it, but the surge of water and the flooding.
Well, you think
about
places like Key West, surely it's going to be flooded.
Oh, it's going to be. I think
it's going to be horrendous.
It's probably mandatory. I think it's probably mandatory. I think Frank said there's mandatory evacuations for anyone living on an island or anyone living coastal, maybe, or if you're in like a trailer home or a caravan or anything like that, temporary.
Imagine having like a boat in like the Tampa Bay or something like that.
I think Tampa Bay had to move as well for their training. I think they playing the Saints maybe or someone like that, and they've had to move to somewhere else so they could train for the game coming up. But this is just, especially what they've just been through with Hurricane Helene as well.
Yeah,
in certain areas around there, and this is going to pound them. Just the impact of what it's going to have. Like I say, I've been following it since the Yucatan Peninsula where it started, and I was watching the lightning last night in like Cancun and places like that, and it looked like really dramatic. It was it was pretty severe. So if you want to have a quick look at it,
the most recent forecast we could find.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, that's right, Alex. Eric, South Florida. It has been a busy.
But just to go on to it, what they reckon this could be like one of the top hurricanes that's ever hit the USA.
Really?
And I think it was saying Tampa's not had a direct hit for over 100 years.
Wow.
So the impact this is going to have on that area is going to be
and a lot
crazy.
of people don't have insurance, do they?
No, and it's I don't know. It's just a tough place to be, I guess, at the moment.
Few days, and it's going to continue to be a busy few days, especially when we start to feel the impacts of the
200 miles wide
of what Milton will bring us. Again, what we've been dealing with.
So surely Mexico is getting hit quite bad then right now. Like
Mexico's
that section
part of
Mexico's
getting hit. It's called the Yucatan Peninsula, isn't it? It's sort of like getting beat up where Cancun is. Cancun's sort of like on that coast there, just above Belize, and sort of like up that east coast bit there.
Where it's yellow.
And then, but I guess when you look at the rain that's in Miami already.
Yeah,
that's sort of like pounding there. But once that wind start whipping up, and then the flood surge comes in, and it's going to go right across Florida, and it's like I say, I think the storm's something like 200 miles wide. They reckon winds could reach up to 180 miles per hour, and the pressure is at 929. I think was it Katrina was at 901 or something.
Yeah, 902.
Or 902, something like that. And they reckon this could get up to like 980 maybe.
And when we think about it, when we were looking where to go, we would have been going in.
We could have been down that area. Yeah.
Nothing to do with the content of moisture we will see once these outer rainer bands do roll into South Florida by tomorrow and Thursday. So let's take a look. 8 a.m. advisory has winds of 145 miles per hour. Still a major hurricane, powerful, large system in the Gulf of Mexico, moving east-northeast at 12 miles per hour. Forecast projected path has it moving right towards Tampa, just north of Fort Myers, possibly making landfall in this area as a Category 3 hurricane. We're expecting, as the words from the National Hurricane Center, discussions in the National Weather Service, life-threatening storm surge, dangerous conditions, and life-threatening conditions for our friends across the West Coast. So hopefully everybody, as we've been watching, have been evacuating as they need to do so. We're expecting the storm surge in this area. It has been up to 15 feet from Sarasota all the way past Tampa, and we are expecting for us in our own backyard, the Keys to have about 1 to 3 feet of storm surge. I do want to bring you back to about 14 days ago when we had Helene just off our coast. They brought that storm surge was 1 to 3 feet, and that actually brought the flooding across the lower Keys. Remember that? We brought it to you live right here in the morning show. So storm surge devastating up and down the west coast of Florida. Everybody needs to brace for it. Now, as we go to the east coast, we'll be feeling the indirect impacts. Even though we'll be the furthest away from the system, we still feel the winds associated with the system because of how large the system is. So we are now under a tropical storm warning, West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, all the way down to Key West. Well, as we expect the system to continue to move towards the north, tropical storm force winds expected as early as tomorrow morning by the Keys. They will be in the closest proximity to Hurricane Milton as it's moving towards the northeast along the west coast. Then Broward and Miami-Dade, with the tropical storm warning now upgraded, we're expecting winds to gust 35 to 40, maybe even 50-mile-per-hour winds and some isolated rain bands by Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night.
That's mad because the Keys is on the bottom end of it, so that's not really getting impacted. I guess this is a new channel from the Keys area, but it's look at that though, 30 to 35 to 40 mile an hour gusts, still powerful, but the amount of rain that's going to come with it.
Yeah.
She was saying what Helene brought was floods there with 1 to 2 feet,
yeah.
and this is 1 to 3 feet. So you're getting more rain. It's going to be mental, this,
Yeah.
It's going to cause devastation.
That is the timing for us here in our own backyard. Everybody's asking, why is the system being steered more towards the north? Well, we have the jet stream and some upper level winds trying to shear the system, which could bring it to a category 3, which all the models are hinting in the way of the strength of the system before making landfall, and then the jet stream takes it off into the Atlantic. So not only are we dealing with a tropical storm warning, we are under that flood watch, as we've seen days of rain. So as we look at the forecast right now, we've got those downpours out there. You could barely even see outside my Miami tower cam. I'll break all that down coming up.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right, Alex.
Yeah, it's when it does hit tomorrow. I think it's they were touting it to be a Category 5 originally.
Yeah.
So they've been watching it, been monitoring it coming through, and it's gone down to a Category 4. And when it hits land, obviously it cools down over land, doesn't it? So it doesn't bring up much moisture. So it'll drop down to a Category 3, but that's still devastating.
Still.
And they're talking like winds of 150 to 200 miles an hour or 180 miles an hour, whatever it's going to be. That's going to be.
Yeah.
Just hope everyone who's down there stays safe and have evacuated where you need. But I was reading today as well about a lot of people who haven't got finances to go and evacuate.
Yeah.
People saying I can't move, I can't go.
Yeah.
I'm not equipped financially to go and sort of like get out of the area. I'm gonna have to see it through.
A lot of people with animals as well. Like we can't leave the animals
just,
and we can't take them with us.
I hate seeing stuff like this. I guess sometimes it's a part of where you live and what you come from. And when we were talking about Hurricane Milton yesterday, a lot of people saying a lot of the stories we're hearing is motivated behind political reasons. There's no time for politics with bullshit like this. It's people's lives at risk, and I think you just got to all club together and sort of like be a togetherness as one nation. And it's quick enough. People are quick enough to help other countries overseas when they've got disasters and natural disasters. Everyone needs to chip in on this one as well. Yeah. Everyone needs to be stand up and be counted, I think, because it's going to be devastating for Florida. The whole of Florida is going to get this. They're going to feel the impact of it. I think the Panhandle might get, they might escape with certain not as much devastation. Yeah. But when you look at the Tampa area and all that, and I think 3.3 million, 3.5 million live in Tampa.
It's mental.
That's a lot of people, isn't it? That's just in the Tampa sort of like metropolitan area. But anyway, hope everyone keeps safe down there, and do the best you can, I guess.
Yeah.
And hopefully you come out the other end.
Yeah.
There you go. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well. We'll see you on the next one.
Cheers.
Cheers.